Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Most Accurate Podcast. I am your host, Jennifer Eakins, joined by my friend and co-host, Justin Edwards. Justin, how's it going?
Going great, actually. Nice and caught up on work right now, which is always a great feeling before we really dig in with all the August content, which is going to be a ton, which is awesome. And just life in general is pretty great right now. How have you been?
I'm preparing for the storm. August is crazy. I mean, August is,
Right.
For those of you, I don't know, it's during the season, it's crazy, right? But it's regimented crazy. Like we have a set schedule, like we know what we're doing every day. August is just kind of a free for all, like balls to the wall, just super. It's just busy. So,
Yeah.
and it's fun, obviously. I mean, we're heading up to the season, and there's so much that goes on between camps and all the depth chart movement and all of that kind of stuff. So, 4for4 will. I think we have. I counted the other day, and now I can't remember, but we have a lot of articles coming up in August. Justin and I together probably have, I don't know, 30-ish, and then there's a ton of other stuff. But let's get into the podcast today.
Let's do it.
We're going to do some rookie movement. We're not going to touch on all the rookies. We kind of wanted to do like a quick little hit of a podcast. Nothing too crazy. We wanted to kind of touch on the rookies that have maybe had some movement either up or down based on training camp. Hi, Jamie. Listen, things have happened here and there, whether it's injuries, whether people are not performing, whether they are performing, showing up out of nowhere kind of thing. And it does affect movement. Nothing too crazy. Training camp started a week ago-ish, around the 20th, 22nd, depending. So we've got a little bit of movement. So we figured we kind of do that today for you guys. Before we get into that, as always, we have to do our weird sport of the week. This week, the sport, it's not necessarily a sport. It's more of an event, but it is, a sporting event. So this is the Marathon du Médoc. And it is basically a marathon that takes place in the sub-region of the Bordeaux section of wine country of France. So it's basically takes place in the southwest part of France. It's a marathon, right? A standard 26.2 miles. So people dress in costume, first of all, which I guess some marathons people dress up, but the serious runners do not. But most people dress up in this one. Instead of focusing on the speed and stamina of a normal marathon, this is emphasis on indulgence, appearance, and then most notably drinking wine. So in this 26.2 mile race, there's more than 20 refreshment stations that have wine tastings, which I guess, okay, fine. Wine. I mean, but then they also have gourmet snacks like foie gras and oysters.
This is my kind of race.
I mean, but really,
if I could take it over 3 days and just walk it, I'd be down. I could walk 8.5 miles a day,
eating foie gras and oysters and drinking wine at each stop, each mile. But I don't understand how people run this thing. Like, I mean, I guess I'm sure there's a lot of walking involved. I'd be losing
a lot of the oysters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, of all things, like I just don't see that as sitting well.
Just swimming around in your stomach, right?
Yeah, whilst exercising. It also has the reputation of the world's longest party, which makes sense, right? I don't know how many hours it's going to take these guys, but so anyway, listen, I think it's probably a very lovely scenery and backdrop through Bordeaux wine country in southwest France. No issues with that. The foie gras and the oysters and the wine really would be an issue for me. I don't know. I don't know I'd make it more than 5 miles. 26.2, that's a lot to ask from someone with that kind of indulgence. But
wine.
It is a lot. It's a lot of all the three of those things. I mean, I assume, those were the only treats per se listed. There may be some crackers and some cheese to help you. I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know how much oysters and foie gras sops up the wine. Maybe it does. I don't know how the inner workings of the digestive system work in that way. But yeah, no.
We're supposed to take those oysters down without chewing or anything. Just take it as a shot. So I think they're just sitting down there. Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, that does not sound appealing. But based on the photos that I saw, it looks pretty fun. And I'm sure these guys have a blast. And I'm sure the people that live there that are used to drinking that kind of wine in mass quantities might be all right. Better than the the touristy Americans the Americans that show up thinking they're going to crush it and they're passed out by mile 3. I don't know. All right, on to football of the fantasy variety. So we're talking about training camp, rookie movement. We'll go, excuse me, position by position here, and get through that. First, we'll go to quarterbacks. The first guy I have on the list is not a rookie, so I'm breaking the mold already, but he counts, right? JJ McCarthy.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie. Hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL. He's a rookie. So right now, he's quarterback 16 on Underdog. He's quarterback 18 on 444's multi-site ADP here. Mixed bag for JJ McCarthy. I feel like he flashed earlier this summer. I did read that he's had a rough couple of practices here as of late.
Yeah.
He's basically, his ADP has fallen one spot since training camp started. So really nothing of that nature. But he's right now on Underdog. He's at 1102 and multi-site he's at 1106. So he's basically in the same thing there. He has a lot of weapons to work with. If he can kind of work out, the inconsistency, I'm down with where he is at ADP. Do you have thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think he's definitely a good super flex option, and it's someone that I'm sure we'll be talking about when we're talking about streamers throughout the season. I don't know that I care to have him as my QB2 in a typical redraft league. I feel like there's not really a point to keep him rostered. He does have a great supporting cast. He's got a good offensive line. As you said, seems like there's been some hiccups this summer, which I don't think means he's going to be a bad NFL quarterback. But if it takes him a little bit to catch on, I don't know that we'll be having like the 3 touchdown games we'll be needing from him as not a super mobile guy. So super flex guy, mid-range QB2, he'll be a streaming option for sure at points.
Yeah, and I think in best ball he's perfectly serviceable as a QB2 as well. Especially if you're in the top 5 to 6 picks and you end up taking Jefferson. Yeah, I'm down with that stack there for sure.
It's actually kind of an easier stack to make too, with Addison and Hawkinson, and if you want Mason instead of Jones or whatever, you can throw some bodies.
You can even go all the way down to Ty Felton and Jalen Naylor.
Yeah, straight up.
Depending how far you want to go there. The second guy we have is Jackson Dart. I'm going to let you kind of talk about him if you'd like.
Yeah, just kind of there's not many other rookie quarterbacks to talk about, so I just threw him on. It seems to me, or I think it seems to most people, that Russ is going to start the season and is like easily the betting favorite to start more games than Jackson Dart if he doesn't start the entire season. They also have an over-under of, I think, 5.5 wins. So, even if Russ looks fine out there, they might move to Jackson Dart by the end of the season. He kind of was, I've probably got a couple shares of Jackson Dart just from like May underdog drafts or something, but he's completely, there's absolutely no reason to draft him in an 18-round format at all at this point.
I agree. It's a bummer though. I'm kind of
true. Yeah.
I know it's like a personal,
we're rust out.
Yeah. Like enough with Russ, like just enough. I also live in Denver and I dealt with that. And then now it's like, then he goes to, Pittsburgh and it's just enough with Russ. I'm sure, I don't want to take, food off of his table per se, even though I'm sure he's set for a while.
Yeah, he's right.
I don't want to wish someone to not have a job, but I'm just bored of Russ. Like, bring in something else, right? All right, that's it for the quarterback. Obviously, there's other rookie quarterbacks, but as far as any movement goes, there's that.
They're pretty locked into where they've been.
Yeah, exactly. Like we know Cam Ward is starting, etc. Okay, we'll move on to the running backs. That's probably our largest category of the day as far as any kind of movement. The first guy I have written down here is Taj Brooks. Tajay, what?
It's just Taj.
That's what I thought, and
I believe, as far as I know,
Yeah, there's no E on his name, and I just seem to add it, so that's why
Maybe
I
we'll
figured.
find out year 3 that it's not Bijan.
Right?
It's
Yeah,
Bijan.
like, by the way, my name is Tahije, and like no one,
It's like, oh,
it's
all
like,
right. Well,
right. But anyway, Taj Brooks. So Zach Moss was let go yesterday. Of those of you who did not hear, which is positive there for old Brooks. Yes, he has to compete with Samaje Perine for that backup role behind Chase Brown. Samaje Perine is a third down back. That's all that he is. He's not going to be anything more. So I think Taj Brooks is in a good spot if he can, take to the NFL and get out there quickly to be the RB2 there for the Bengals. He has risen 7 spots since July 20th. So basically, in a 10-day span, he's gone a little over a half a round.
yeah.
Yeah, I
That'll
mean,
probably keep going too.
oh yeah, for sure. Right now on Underdog, he's at 1802, running back 66. He's much more affordable in our multi-site ADP. He is running back 72.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with 248, which is not even on the radar, basically for redraft leagues. So, yeah, I think he's going to be, it depends. I think obviously in Underdog, like Justin just said, he's probably going to rise a bit. I think in your standard home league, I mean, I would assume people will realize that Zach Moss is gone before the first week in September, last week in August, but they may not. You've got
True.
people strolling in with no knowledge in some home leagues. So he's a great value to grab, as Jamie points out here in the chat. Your last round pick.
Yeah.
I assume since that is your home team, Justin, you may have something more to say about that, or no?
Not especially. I mean, I'm definitely here for Brooks. I don't think he's going to cut into Chase Brown's role in any sort of meaningful way, but as a handcuff, as an attrition play, I mean, Taj Brooks is fantastic. If Brown misses any time, they're not going to give a full workload to Samaje Perine.
No.
He's just there for third down rolls and, pass protection. So yeah, Brooks is great in the last round, as we've said. And as his ADP rises, I might follow it a little bit, but if he's like a 15th round back, I think that's probably a little too aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's not. So I guess we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
I mean, right now in redraft, he's, like I said, not even on the radar. Second guy we have here is Woody Marks, who is a Houston Texan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Woody Marks coming up the boards a little bit with Joe Mixon dealing with his issues. I think at this point, his week 1 jeopardy is probably questionable. Obviously, we have Nick Chubb there as well. Chubb's recent injury history has not been positive either, re-injuring that same knee and then kind of looking like a plotter in his limited time out there last year.
That breaks my heart.
In Cleveland, I know. Well, look, he's had a great career to this point, though. And then Damian Pierce is still there, but I mean, they've been trying to phase him out since his sophomore year.
We've all been trying to phase out Damian. Well, some of us have successfully.
Exactly.
He's not. Yeah.
So Marks is coming up the board, but as we've seen a lot of Houston backs in recent memory, they haven't been very efficient because they've had a pretty poor offensive line, and it's probably going to be just as bad, if not worse, this year. So Marks is interesting, but it's not someone that I'm like really intent on chasing up the draft board, even if he does get a 30% share of the touches there.
I will say this: he has moved up 14 spots in the last 10 days. Yeah. I mean, he's still he's running back 63 on Underdog. His ADP is 202.3, so it's not like he's shooting all the way up the boards, but he is he is into fantasy relevance. I see our friend Chris has joined the chat, throwing out.
What's up, Chris?
Throwing out insults. Hi, Chris.
We do have matching shirts and glasses on, so it is it's a little nerdy.
I guess so. We did not plan. The glasses, I don't have a choice. I will say this. I just want to take a brief moment because people that watch this pod think that I'm a full-time glasses wearer, and I'm actually not. They're just readers. So it's just so
to
I
clear
can
that up.
Yeah, like in my regular life, I don't wear glasses at all, but people seem to think that I always do just because I always have them on for this podcast so that I can see my computer. But unfortunately, in my older age, I need readers. So it is what it is. Anyway, all right, back to this. The third guy we have is a little polarizing. We talked about him last week. Jaden Blue, He, you know, reports came out that he was lazy, but apparently now he's not, and he's having a great camp.
Right.
He has I've lost my note. Oh, there we go. He's actually fallen 5 spots since the 20th of July. He is RB50 right now in underdog and RB49 in multi-site, so about the same.
Yeah.
He's in RB4 territory. Well, yeah, and then he's in the 13th round. 13-12 in underdog, 13-02 multi. Anything that you want to add about Jaden Blue other than he's not lazy anymore?
Right. I mean, I'm kind of in on it. I was on Jaden Blue earlier. He ended up topping out at about 130 overall, as we were still kind of wondering, and we still should be wondering, by the way. There's no guarantee that Javonte Williams is going to be the locked in like workhorse here past the first couple weeks of the season. So I like taking Jaden Blue at a discount. You don't want, I don't know why someone would fake leak that he's been lazy at practice, but
you never know.
Obviously Jaden Blue called BS on that, but what is he supposed to do? Just be like, yeah, I am lazy.
Right. I mean,
I don't even want to do this.
I have to say, I'm going to have to sprinkle him back in. I've been really avoiding that entire running back room as we talked about last week. I kind of like Miles Sanders, and I know you can make fun of me and everyone can make fun of me, but I don't know why I have this weird gut feeling about Miles Sanders this year. I could be absolutely wrong, and he could be as terrible as he has been. But
I'll leave you the Miles Sanders. But
I'm not like
when he's the running back 30, you bring this back up. You rub it in my face.
Listen, I'm not targeting Miles Sanders by any stretch, but I feel like people are sleeping on that situation. I feel like he's got. I don't know. I feel like he may be a little bit more involved than people think he may be.
That's fair.
But we shall see. I just feel like between Javonte Williams, Blue, it's kind of ugly. So you just have to kind of throw darts a little bit here and there. And that's kind of where we are. But I'm happy to know that Jaden Blue is at least no longer lazy and he's looking good at camp. Because I am excited about that offense in general. I feel like with a healthy Dak, we have Pickens there now. CeeDee Lamb is always CeeDee Lamb. So, and Ferguson is good too. Like, I feel like people are.
He got the extension. Week,
right? Exactly. And I think, obviously Pickens and Lamb, are getting some attention, but I do feel like Ferguson is undervalued, and I feel like Dak is undervalued. As well. So, and then, that running back room is kind of gross, but I guess we'll see how it pans out. Can't wait for Miles Sanders to be an RB2. I'm just kidding. I'm absolutely joking. Do not fantasy receipts. Don't come after me. I'm not saying you will be, but
I'm flipping that.
Yeah. And giving it to fantasy receipts so they can yell at me. No, I'm not saying that, but I am going to spring. Okay. Let me back up. I'm not taking Miles Sanders in redraft. So let me at least make that clear.
All right. That's fair.
That's not happening, but I'll throw him in a little best ball because okay. You added someone at the last minute that I did not see.
Oh, sorry. I just threw Cam Scadaboo in there. I think we talked about this backfield kind of extensively not too long ago, but he kind of had lost traction for a little bit, and now he's climbing back up the boards. I think a big reason for that, or maybe the reason that I'm like begrudgingly buying in, because I really like Tyrone Tracy, but
yes, you do.
For the umpteenth time, someone from associated with the New York Giants has talked about how involved Scadaboo is in the receiving game and how good he's looked with his limited reps through the summer. And it's annoying because I want Tyrone Tracy to have that third down role. And I think Scadaboo is going to make it hard for him.
He's fairly, his ADP. He's at, I don't know what you wrote there. So you can go ahead and.
Oh, he started off at around the 101, 102, dropped down to the 112, and then jumped back up to like the 107. So he's still in the same range.
Okay. See, I have my own notes, but he wasn't on there at first. So that's why I don't know what you wrote there. Okay, good.
I snuck him in.
You snuck him in, which is great. More content, the better. All right, let's move on to wide receivers. First guy we have here is Tyrone McMillan, and I am giving you his full name because I just read this morning that he does not like to go by Ted.
Or TMac.
Oh,
He likes TMac as well,
oh, okay. I did
but
not
no
see that. I
no
did not
Tet
see that
apparently.
part. I just knew he didn't like Tet, and that's what everyone's been referring to him, at least in the
Yeah,
fantasy
I mean, I called him
industry.
that for like 4 months.
Yeah, everyone did. I even wrote it on the sheet here, but T-Mac over Ted?
I
Okay.
know, right? Well,
Teach their
Tetaroa.
own. Tetaroa. Okay. Anyway, he has moved one spot since training camp started, but he's pretty high anyway. I mean, on Underdog,
Yeah,
he's
he
wide
is.
receiver 21. He's wide receiver 29 in our multi-site ADP, which is basically he's going at the 405 on Underdog and at the 511 in our multi-site ADP. I mean, he's good, right? I don't know if you've seen that. If all of you watching have seen that video going around of that ridiculous one-arm catch he had. I think
Oh,
it was
yeah.
either today or yesterday. He's like bobbling it with a guy the whole time. Like it goes all the way down his arm, like into his like crotch region. Somehow he still hangs on to it. I mean, it's camp, right? They're not in pads, all of that, but still impressive
Still
enough.
cool to see. Yeah.
Still cool to see. Are you buying him though in the 4th round?
No.
Okay.
I'm really not. And I mean, no shade to him. I just think there are still a lot of question marks with that passing attack. And it kind of surprises me every time I'm in a draft and I see him next up in ADP. And I'm like, what? Look at who's still here. So I mean, I don't know. I certainly hope he proves me wrong. I'm not wishing ill on TMac or anything, but I think he's more of a like low end wide receiver 2, like wide receiver 3-ish range. So like down like 4 or 5 positional spots in my
Yeah.
eyes. Which obviously isn't like you should avoid him in fantasy drafts, but I'd rather wait until the redraft leagues roll around and see where he's going because yeah, like the beginning of the 4th round on Underdog feels super, super pricey for McMillan.
It is. I mean, that offense is still, on the way up ish, right? I mean, we saw some improvement from Bryce Young last year. There's other guys still there, right? We have, Xavier Legette. We have Adam Thielen, our boy Jatavian Sanders.
Jatavian Sanders.
There's all kinds, you got Chuba Hubbard. You got, why am I drawing a blank on the RB2
Got
there?
Jalen Coker. I think Hunter Renfro's in Carolina.
Rico Dowdle, right? Isn't Rico Dowdle there?
Oh yeah, Rico
Okay, I
Dowdle.
was
The
thinking
other 1,000-yard
right.
running back.
So it's a lot to ask from I don't know if I can say T-Mac. I'm sorry. I just
That's
don't.
all right.
Aren't there plenty of T-Macs already out there? Like I feel like
Yeah.
that's a name that's already like why are you doing that? Anyway, all right. Tetaroa, we wish you no ill will, but we do both of us agree that you're a little pricey.
Yeah. Prove us wrong.
Prove us wrong. Next guy we have is Luther Burton, who I feel like I've talked about a lot already, considering it's July. I do like him, and I believe he's back at practice, right? He had was it soft tissue? Yeah, so he's back at practice.
I think Monday was his first practice this summer.
Okay, so yeah, he is wide receiver 57 on Underdog, and he is wide receiver 55 on multi-site. There has been no change since camp started. I mean, he just got back, so
right.
Excuse me. He is he's going at 10:08 on Underdog, 12:05 on multi-site. What do you have to say about Luther Burton?
I mean, I think we've went over this as well. It's like pretty crowded there with the addition of Loveland. And they got DJ Moore and Roma Dunze and Cole Kmet might still be working there. If they could stick him at running back, yeah, if they could put Burton in at running back, I'd be all over him. I don't think he's necessarily a fade, but I don't know. Yeah, a mix and match kind of thing. And obviously he's very stackable with Caleb, who's going around that same kind of area. If you're like kind of late to the stack game and you just need to start it there, that's not a bad spot to just grab Caleb and Burton. I don't know. I don't want to be out on all these rookies. I feel like I'm.
Yeah, no, I actually
hater,
like him probably a little more than you. I think the way this new offense is going to be, I think there's going to be a lot more in the middle for him. So I actually like him. I mean, he's, if he starts to creep into single digit, then no. But right now, he's in the mid to late 10th on Underdog, and he's in the 12th in redraft. So
where are you at with Moore? If you're,
I have not been drafting DJ Moore at all. I
take him from time to time.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we said, it's very crowded there, and it's a new offense. So and they're probably gonna, I don't know. I mean, DeAndre Swift can catch balls too, so
Yeah.
I think there's a lot going on there, and I'm not sure. Let me see what his ADP is.
It's interesting because if you're not you, the proverbial you, if a person is right about the Bears offense, whether it's fading them or going all in, you could really win a lot of money because of it. So it's hard to be so wishy-washy about him, which I feel like I am right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's so an
But
underdog,
someone's going
right?
to be right.
Yeah, no, I mean, right now he's a low end wide receiver too, right? He's wide receiver 23 on underdog.
I mean, that's not bad at all.
His
though.
ADP is 43.4. I mean, he's fine. He's priced fine. I just somehow
for sure
seem to prefer, like, right around him, we've got, Xavier Worthy, who I kind of like a little more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not anti, but like we both said, it's tough to, I think
it really is.
You have to kind of either plant your flag on one of them or just spread them all around and take them all throughout your portfolio and see what happens. But in redraft, you have to make a decision.
Right.
And mine might be to not take any of them, or take, Burton really late if he falls.
Or you just take the Caleb Williams over passing season-long prop.
Or you can do that too. All right, moving on to our final wide receiver here is Deontay Thornton. No one seems to, the people were talking about him early, like a couple weeks ago, but I feel like he's faded into back to oblivion, which is fine with me because Vegas is still really excited about him.
Yeah.
They seem more excited about him than Jack Besh. So, and he's extremely cheap. I mean, he's wide receiver 76 on underdog with an ADP of 1608. And he is wide receiver 86 with an ADP of 249 on our multi-site ADP. And he is, he's risen 8 spots since July 20th. So he is moving. But they seem to like him in Vegas, and why not? I mean, what are we, one of the beat writers, I think it was from Raiders.com. I can't remember his name. Sorry to you, but he did say, that he thinks he's going to be the top target for Geno Smith. I doubt that, right? We've got Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers. However, to have him be the third target winner, to be so cheap, like, why not sprinkle it in the mix?
Yeah, and Thornton's, unless I'm mistaken, he's been taking like starters reps in 3 wide sets, and old Jackie boy is playing with the backups, which so I mean their actual NFL draft capital is kind of flipped in how they're being used right now. So I mean, we just got to go with what they're showing us. I mean, they paid more draft capital for one guy, but doesn't look like they're going to use them, outside of a rotational role. So we should be taking the speedy X receiver who, I mean, if he's really the target leader here, that would be insane, because it would kind of bury Jacoby Myers,
which is a bummer because I have a lot of Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
He's just always there, and I'm like, why are people not taking this guy? He's undervalued every year, but I feel like this year, same thing, and I think people, I mean, Geno Smith, I was just going to say, like, Geno Smith is not Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. Like, you're getting a step up there, right? And you have Pete Carroll there now. It's not like a kind of a rando situation that they batch together coaches. So I feel like, excuse me, I feel like that offense as a whole, and you obviously have the rookie running back there as well that we didn't even mention in the targets, but
yeah. Oh, right.
I mean, Deontay Thornton is, that guy. Deontay Thornton is just, it's so cheap that we had to at least talk about him and at least put him on people's radar if they're not paying attention to just the name in general.
So I think the quote, or at least a supporting quote from Tashawn Reed from The Athletic, is talking about Thornton has been the first string X receiver since OTAs. Looks like he could make an immediate impact. And then quoting Thornton says, he tells me every single day, Geno, if you've got a one-on-one matchup, I'm coming to you.
Yeah. So, I mean,
this is fantastic.
We need to listen. It might just be, listen, you got beat writer speak, you have coach speak, but when you have quarterback speak too, it's like when they're all they're all in unison. Trifecta. They're all in unison. Like, throw some Thornton in there.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, we only have one tight end because rookie tight ends.
Yeah,
are rookie tight ends.
Right.
I'll let you take this.
I couldn't really think of anyone outside of Elijah Royo. Obviously, the Fant release the constant drumbeat that they're going to use him as an X receiver in place of DK Metcalf, which is still insane to hear. But someone just requoted it like this last week when they released Noah Fant. So I still sincerely don't think they're going to be using him in the DK Metcalf role.
Right.
But I mean, it is at least interesting that they released Noah Fant. Hopefully Elijah Royo is playing in front of AJ Barner, but we won't know that until.
Hey, you and I took Barner the other day in our.
We did, yeah.
In our live underdog best ball. That was our last round stab. We took it for the stack.
Our $10,000 winner.
Yeah, for our Darnold. I don't remember who else we had in that stack, but
I think it was pretty forgettable.
I think we had Charbonnet. I don't even know if we had any receivers, to be honest. But listen, when we win,
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, obviously Elijah Arroyo is inexpensive. So yeah, I mean, we're looking at, what is he at? Is he at 214 now? Is that I'm trying to read your
he's my bad. He was at he's at 188 now.
Oh, okay.
So that's how much he's raised since April 29th. So
you did like a greater than saying, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, sorry.
I can't understand it.
There we go. No, it's an
arrow. Oh, there we go. All right. So yeah, he's at 188.5. So he's extremely cheap if you're looking for, I mean, listen, there's obviously we have Loveland. We talked about him. Tyler Warren is there in Indy, but I don't know if there's any movement there. And that's really the point of this podcast. It's not that we're not acknowledging the other rookie tight ends, but there's really nothing to change kind of their situation over the last, since training camp has started. That's it. We've gone through our list.
That's every rookie who's moved.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's more, but we wanted to keep it at 30 minutes, and look at us, we're at 31.35. So we crushed that. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. We'll be back. Who knows? Maybe next week, maybe not. No, I'm kidding. We really should be probably.
You just keep an eye out
weekly through, and then of course we're going to have our normal streaming show in the fall. For those of you that like to stream like Justin and I do, we will have that probably. I don't know. It certainly is too early, but I'm going to assume it's going to be Tuesdays at noon, like it was last year. But it's a little far out. But August, we got a lot going on. As we said at the start of this podcast, there's a lot of content on 444 right now. We have player profiles for the top 120. We've got about 50 done so far, so look out for there's going to be another 50-ish coming down the pipe. We also have our perfect draft series that's going to be starting in August, where we will have our contributors doing a perfect draft from all of the spots, all 12 spots. We're also going to do some 10-team, and then we do different formats. We do Yahoo, we do ESPN, we do full PPR, half PPR, all of that stuff. So as you guys get ready for your drafts and you say, hey, I'm in the 5 spot in a 10-team ESPN, hopefully there will be that perfect draft for you, so you can kind of see what our analyst thinks. Justin, anything to add?
No, that's great. Keep an eye on the site. I've got about 5 articles a week for the next month. So
yeah, I'm right there with you on the content. It's going to be a lot, but it's exciting. We got a new year. Yeah, we got a new year upon us. All kinds of stuff.
Oh, the expo's next week too. I don't know if Chris is still in here, so I'll be seeing a lot of nerds next week.
Yeah, I don't do that nerd fest. No, I'm kidding. It's not a nerd fest. I'm totally joking. I am not.
It's a nerd fest.
Of course it is. But I was trying to be, diplomatic here. No, I'm just kidding about it all. It's fantastic, but I'm not going to be there. But I'm sure you guys will have a blast.
Not this year. Next year, she promised.
I promised if it's in Vegas in March. I did not promise to go to Canton in August. I never have, and I never will. But no, listen, I love seeing everyone's pictures and stuff. I follow along, and the various, the different parties and drafts and different leagues and all of that stuff. I think it's awesome. It's a fantastic event, obviously, to get all the nerds together. All of them. All right, we're out of here. Follow Justin wherever at Justin _Edwards. I am Jen Eakins NFL. We will see you guys soon.